Your soulmate just sent you a digital gift. It expires in 6 minutes. Open it quickly. Don't scroll. Listen carefully. This message is for you. Your heart needs to hear this right now. It begins on an ordinary evening when everything feels routine. You are finishing another busy day, surrounded by the familiar sounds of life, when a notification suddenly appears on a phone screen. The message is brief, almost impossible to ignore. A gift is waiting for you. It expires in 6 minutes. There is no sender's photograph, no explanation, and no clue about what waits inside. For a moment, curiosity replaces every other thought. What kind of gift disappears forever after only 6 minutes? Why would anyone send something so mysterious? Across town, your soulmate experiences that same feeling of anticipation. Their hands hesitate above the screen as though opening the notification too quickly might somehow ruin its meaning. They take a slow breath, aware that some moments deserve attention instead of haste. The countdown quietly begins. 6 minutes. 5 minutes and 59 seconds. Every passing second reminds them that opportunities in life often feel temporary, encouraging people to value them before they disappear. Yet the greatest surprise is that the gift has nothing to do with money, expensive possessions, or impossible promises. It represents something far more meaningful. It is a reminder of gratitude that should never remain unspoken, forgiveness that has waited patiently to be offered, hope that survives difficult seasons, and the courage to tell people what they truly mean before another ordinary day quietly slips away. Your soulmate stares at the glowing screen and realizes that perhaps the most valuable gifts are the ones that cannot be wrapped, purchased, or measured. They are the words that heal, the kindness that arrives unexpectedly, and the compassion that changes how someone remembers an ordinary day. Don't scroll. Listen carefully. This message is for you. Your heart needs to hear this right now. As the timer continues counting down, memories begin filling your soulmate's thoughts. They remember conversations interrupted because everyone believed there would always be another opportunity to finish them. They remember messages typed but never sent, apologies delayed by pride, and moments of appreciation that remained locked inside their heart because they assumed the other person already knew. Looking back, they understand how easy it is to believe tomorrow will always provide another chance. Yet life quietly teaches a different lesson. Meaningful relationships are strengthened not by waiting for perfect circumstances but by choosing sincerity while the opportunity still exists. Every second on the countdown becomes a gentle reminder that kindness spoken today carries more value than gratitude postponed until some uncertain future. They begin reflecting on the people whose encouragement quietly shaped their life, the friends who stayed during difficult seasons, the family members who offered support without asking for recognition, and the strangers whose small acts of generosity restored hope on difficult days. Those memories do not leave them feeling overwhelmed with regret. Instead, they awaken a deep sense of appreciation. They realize that every relationship grows stronger when people stop assuming their feelings are already understood and begin expressing them openly. They promise themselves that if the gift teaches them nothing else, it will remind them never to leave appreciation unspoken when today offers the opportunity to share it. Don't scroll. Listen carefully. This message is for you. Your heart needs to hear this right now. The countdown reaches 4 minutes remaining. Your soulmate finally touches the glowing notification, expecting bright animations or impressive digital rewards. Instead, the screen opens to a beautifully simple message written across a plain background: "The greatest treasures cannot be downloaded. They are created through the way you treat people every single day." They pause, reading those words several times. The screen then gently fades into a collection of photographs representing ordinary moments: friends laughing together over coffee, parents listening carefully to their children, neighbors helping one another carry heavy bags, someone sitting beside a lonely person without saying a word, and another quietly writing a heartfelt letter by hand. Each image reminds them that the strongest connections are built through patience, consistency, empathy, and honest communication rather than dramatic gestures. As they continue exploring the gift, another page appears encouraging a brief moment of reflection. While glancing at the clock, they happen to notice 11:11, and later they remember seeing 222 on an old receipt and 444 on a nearby building earlier that week. Many people enjoy treating repeating numbers like these as reminders to pause, breathe, and become more mindful. Whether viewed as meaningful coincidences or simply personal prompts for reflection, your soulmate uses those moments to ask themselves an important question: am I living today in a way that reflects the person I hope to become tomorrow? Instead of searching those moments for predictions, they let them encourage gratitude, patience, forgiveness, and thoughtful action. Every page inside the digital gift quietly points back to the same lesson: the most valuable things in life are rarely things at all. They are trust earned over time, compassion shown without expecting reward, promises faithfully kept, and love expressed through everyday choices. Don't scroll. Listen carefully. This message is for you. Your heart needs to hear this right now. With only 3 minutes left on the countdown, your soulmate believes they have reached the end of the gift. They prepare to close the screen, grateful for its gentle reminders, when a new icon suddenly appears at the bottom of the display. It had not been there before. The icon is unmarked except for a small golden envelope beside the words, "Final message," opens once. Their heartbeat quickens as they stare at the screen, wondering why this last message remained hidden until now. Whatever waits inside seems different from everything they have already seen, and as their finger slowly moves toward the glowing envelope, the countdown continues to tick away, leaving them only a few precious minutes before the opportunity disappears forever. Don't scroll. Listen carefully. This message is for you. Your heart needs to hear this right now. The golden envelope remained untouched for only a few seconds, yet to your soulmate those seconds felt unusually long. The countdown in the corner of the screen continued to move with quiet determination, reminding them that time has a way of slipping away whether we are ready or not. With a careful breath, they finally touched the glowing icon. The screen gently faded to white before revealing a simple message: some gifts are meant to change what you carry in your heart, not what you hold in your hands. There were no dazzling graphics, no hidden prizes, and no impossible promises waiting inside. Instead, the display slowly revealed a collection of short messages, each appearing one after another as though someone had carefully arranged them to be read at exactly the right pace. The first read, "Thank the people who stood beside you before life became easy." The second appeared moments later, "Forgiveness does not rewrite yesterday, but it can change the way tomorrow begins." Then came another, "Never assume someone already knows they matter. Tell them while you still have the opportunity." Your soulmate sat perfectly still, reading every sentence more than once. None of the words were complicated, yet each one awakened memories they had quietly carried for years. Faces from different seasons of life returned to their thoughts. Friends who had offered encouragement during difficult times, family members whose sacrifices had gone unnoticed, teachers who believed in them before they believed in themselves, and strangers whose unexpected kindness had turned ordinary days into unforgettable moments. They realized that life's greatest treasures are often hidden inside simple acts of compassion that receive very little attention at the time they happen. Don't scroll. Listen carefully. This message is for you. Your heart needs to hear this right now. As they continued exploring the digital gift, another section appeared titled, Memories Worth Keeping. Instead of showing dramatic milestones, it displayed scenes that celebrated life's quiet beauty. Two friends laughing over tea after months apart, someone patiently listening without interrupting, a handwritten thank you note resting beside a cup of coffee, a grandparent smiling while sharing old stories, neighbors helping each other carry heavy bags, and a child excitedly showing a drawing to someone who gave their full attention. Each image reminded your soulmate that meaningful relationships are strengthened through consistency rather than spectacular moments. They thought about all the times they had rushed through conversations because responsibilities demanded their attention, only to realize later that the greatest gift they could have offered was simply being fully present. They remembered promises postponed, messages left unanswered longer than intended, and opportunities to express appreciation that quietly slipped away because they assumed there would always be another chance. Rather than allowing those memories to create regret, they chose to let them become teachers. They understood that every sunrise offers another opportunity to listen more carefully, speak more kindly, and value people more intentionally than the day before. The digital gift seemed to encourage exactly that, not perfection, but progress built one thoughtful decision at a time. Don't scroll. Listen carefully. This message is for you. Your heart needs to hear this right now. The countdown now showed only a few minutes remaining when another page quietly appeared. At the top was a single question. What would you change today if you knew this moment mattered more than you realized? Beneath the question, a peaceful animation showed a clock gently ticking forward. As your soulmate reflected, they happened to glance at the time and noticed 11:11 displayed on a nearby screen. Earlier that day they had also seen 222 printed at the end of a receipt and 444 on the number above a doorway. Many people enjoy treating repeating numbers like these as reminders to pause, breathe, and become more mindful. Whether seen as meaningful coincidences or simply personal prompts for reflection, your soulmate welcomed those moments as invitations to stop rushing and ask better questions. Were they becoming someone who listened with genuine curiosity instead of preparing the next response? Were they expressing gratitude often enough? Were they allowing fear to postpone conversations that deserved honesty? Rather than searching those moments for predictions or certainty about the future, they used them to strengthen the values they wanted to live by every day. The more they reflected, the more they realized that the greatest gift on the screen was not information. It was perspective. It gently redirected their attention away from things they could not control and toward the choices they could make before the day ended. Don't scroll. Listen carefully. This message is for you. Your heart needs to hear this right now. With less than 2 minutes left before the timer reached 0, your soulmate believed they had reached the final page. They smiled quietly, grateful for every reminder they had received, and prepared to close the application. But just as their finger moved toward the exit button, the screen suddenly dimmed before revealing one final notification that had not appeared before. Across the display were the words, "One unread message remains. This message can only be opened once." Beneath those words was a small button that simply read, "Open before time runs out." Their heartbeat quickened. Every lesson, every memory, and every reminder inside the digital gift seemed to have been preparing them for whatever waited behind that final message. As the countdown slipped below 90 seconds, they took one slow breath, steadied their hand, and reached toward the glowing button, knowing that what they chose to do next might become the most meaningful part of the entire journey. Don't scroll. Listen carefully. This message is for you. Your heart needs to hear this right now. With less than 90 seconds remaining on the countdown, your soulmate rested a trembling finger above the glowing button that read, "Open before time runs out." For a brief moment they simply watched the timer continue its silent march toward zero. They realized how unusual it was that something as simple as a countdown could awaken such powerful emotions. It reminded them that life itself often feels like this, filled with moments we believe will always be there until one day we discover they have quietly slipped away. Taking a slow, steady breath, they finally pressed the button. The screen faded to black before a single sentence appeared in soft white letters. "The greatest opportunities are rarely lost because we lack time. They are lost because we believe there would always be more of it." Those words settled deeply within them. There was no dramatic soundtrack, no spectacular animation, and no impossible promise waiting on the next page. Instead, another message slowly appeared, "Call the person you've been meaning to call. Send the message you've rewritten 100 times. Say thank you before gratitude becomes regret. Choose courage before comfort." Your soulmate stared quietly at those sentences as memories from different chapters of life began returning one after another. They remembered birthdays where they forgot to express appreciation because celebrations felt rushed. They remembered friendships that gradually faded, not because anyone stopped caring, but because everyone believed the next conversation could wait until tomorrow. They remembered family members whose ordinary acts of love had quietly supported them for years without ever asking for recognition. In that moment they understood something that had been hidden in plain sight all along. The true gift had never been inside the notification. It had been the invitation to notice how many opportunities for kindness already surrounded them every single day. Don't scroll. Listen carefully. This message is for you. Your heart needs to hear this right now. Without allowing themselves to overthink, your soulmate set the phone down and acted on the very first thought that entered their mind. They called someone they had not spoken with for months simply to ask how they were doing. There was no complicated explanation, no dramatic speech, only genuine curiosity and appreciation. The conversation lasted much longer than expected. They laughed about forgotten memories, acknowledged how busy life had become, and promised not to let so much time pass before speaking again. After the call ended, they sent a heartfelt message to a teacher whose encouragement had quietly changed the direction of their life years earlier. Then they wrote another message thanking a close friend who had remained supportive during difficult seasons without ever expecting recognition. Every action seemed surprisingly small, yet together they created an unexpected feeling of peace. They realized that meaningful relationships are strengthened not through extraordinary declarations but through consistent care shown in ordinary moments. They also understood that apologizing sincerely does not diminish a person's dignity. Instead, it reflects emotional maturity and respect for the relationship. Rather than waiting for the perfect opportunity, they decided that today was enough. They apologized where misunderstandings had lingered, expressed appreciation where silence had lasted too long, and chose to replace assumptions with honest conversations. With every thoughtful action, the emotional weight they had carried for so long became lighter, proving that healing often begins with one simple decision repeated consistently over time. Don't scroll. Listen carefully. This message is for you. Your heart needs to hear this right now. As evening approached, your soulmate found themselves noticing small reminders that encouraged them to remain fully present. A clock displayed 11:11 just as they finished writing in their journal. Later, while buying groceries, the total happened to end with 222, and on the walk home they passed a building displaying 444 above its entrance. Many people enjoy treating repeating numbers like these as reminders to pause, breathe, and reflect on what truly matters. Whether viewed as meaningful coincidences or simply personal prompts for mindfulness, your soulmate welcomed each moment as an opportunity to ask themselves one honest question. Have my actions today reflected the person I hope to become tomorrow? They no longer searched those moments for certainty or predictions about the future. Instead, they used them to strengthen habits of gratitude, patience, forgiveness, generosity, and compassion. They smiled more often at strangers, listened without interrupting during conversations, encouraged people who seemed discouraged, and made a conscious effort to place their phone aside whenever someone was sharing something important. They discovered that attention itself is one of the greatest gifts a person can offer. The more intentionally they lived, the more they realized that joy often grows quietly inside ordinary routines rather than dramatic life-changing events. Every thoughtful decision became another reminder that love is demonstrated through consistency, trust is built through reliability, and lasting peace grows from living in alignment with one's values. Don't scroll. Listen carefully. This message is for you. Your heart needs to hear this right now. The countdown now displayed only 30 seconds remaining. Your soulmate believed the experience had reached its natural conclusion and prepared to close the application with a grateful smile. Then, just before the timer reached 20 seconds, the screen changed one final time. Every previous message disappeared, replaced by a single glowing sentence across the center of the display. One final choice remains. The gift disappears in 20 seconds, but the lesson can remain with you for the rest of your life. Beneath those words appeared two simple buttons. The first read, "Close without sharing." The second read, "Carry this forward." Your soulmate paused, realizing that this final decision had nothing to do with the application itself. It was a question about the kind of person they wanted to become after the countdown ended. As the final seconds slipped away, they reached toward the screen, knowing that whatever they chose next would determine whether this remarkable experience became nothing more than a forgotten notification, or the beginning of a life shaped by gratitude, courage, honesty, compassion, and everyday acts of kindness. Don't scroll. Listen carefully. This message is for you. Your heart needs to hear this right now. The final 20 seconds felt strangely different from every moment that had come before. Your soulmate looked at the two buttons glowing quietly on the screen, close without sharing, and carry this forward. The countdown continued without slowing, each passing second a gentle reminder that life is filled with opportunities that cannot be paused forever. They understood that this was never really a choice about an application or a digital message. It was a choice about the kind of person they wanted to become once the screen went dark. After a brief moment of reflection, they pressed, "Carry this forward." The display brightened softly, and one final message appeared across the screen. The gift was never meant to stay inside your device. It was always meant to live through your actions. Your soulmate smiled as those words settled into their heart. They finally understood that no meaningful gift can truly expire when its purpose is carried into everyday life. Gratitude grows when it is expressed. Kindness grows when it is shared. Forgiveness grows when it is offered sincerely. Compassion grows every time someone chooses to listen before judging, encourage before criticizing, and understand before assuming. In that quiet moment, they realized the countdown had not been designed to create fear. It had been created to remind them that every ordinary day contains moments worth valuing before they quietly become memories. They thought about all the times they believed there would always be another opportunity to say thank you, another chance to apologize, another weekend to visit someone they cared about, another phone call they could make tomorrow instead of today. The greatest lesson was beautifully simple. The present moment is often more valuable than we realize while we are living it. Don't scroll. Listen carefully. This message is for you. Your heart needs to hear this right now. As the timer quietly reached 0, the application closed by itself. There were no fireworks, no dramatic ending, and no special reward waiting on the screen. Yet your soulmate noticed something remarkable. Instead of disappointment, they felt lighter than they had in a very long time. They placed the phone on the table and looked around the room with fresh appreciation. The photographs on the shelf reminded them of shared laughter. The handwritten notes tucked into an old book reminded them of friendships that deserved more attention. Even the ordinary silence of the evening felt different because they were no longer rushing through it. The following morning they decided not to let the experience remain only a pleasant memory. They made practical changes. They wrote messages of appreciation without waiting for birthdays or holidays. They visited family members they had promised to see when life became less busy. They apologized sincerely wherever misunderstandings had remained unresolved. They chose to become fully present during conversations instead of dividing their attention between people and notifications. Little by little, they discovered that meaningful relationships become stronger through consistent acts of care rather than dramatic gestures. They also became more patient with themselves, understanding that growth is not about becoming perfect overnight. It is about making one thoughtful decision after another, allowing those small decisions to gradually shape character. Every day offered another opportunity to become a little kinder, a little more honest, a little more grateful, and a little more willing to show people that they mattered. Don't scroll. Listen carefully. This message is for you. Your heart needs to hear this right now. During the weeks that followed, your soulmate noticed familiar moments encouraging quiet reflection. One morning a clock displayed 11:11 while they paused before beginning work. Later, a cafe receipt happened to end with 222, and while walking through town they noticed 444 displayed above a doorway. Many people enjoy treating repeating numbers like these as reminders to pause, breathe, and become more mindful. Whether viewed as meaningful coincidences or simply personal prompts for reflection, your soulmate chose to use those moments as invitations to ask themselves a simple question. Have I made today better for someone else? Rather than searching for predictions or hidden meanings, they focused on actions within their control. They held doors open for strangers without expecting recognition. They offered encouragement to people facing difficult days. They listened carefully when someone needed to talk instead of immediately offering advice. They celebrated another person's success without comparison and practiced forgiveness without keeping score. Through these ordinary habits they discovered something extraordinary. Lasting joy rarely arrives because life suddenly becomes easy. More often, it grows through everyday choices rooted in empathy, generosity, gratitude, and integrity. They realized that the greatest digital gift imaginable could never compete with the lasting impact of genuine kindness shared between real people. Technology may deliver messages, but character determines whether those messages become meaningful actions. Don't scroll. Listen carefully. This message is for you. Your heart needs to hear this right now. As this reflective story reaches its conclusion, perhaps the most valuable lesson has nothing to do with countdowns, notifications, or disappearing gifts. Perhaps it is the reminder that every new sunrise quietly places another invisible gift into our hands. The chance to choose patience instead of frustration, honesty instead of avoidance, compassion instead of indifference, gratitude instead of assumption, and hope instead of discouragement. Maybe there is someone you have been meaning to thank, someone whose forgiveness you hope to seek, or someone who simply needs to hear that their presence has made a difference in your life. Those opportunities are worth more than anything that could ever arrive through a screen. Your soulmate's greatest discovery was not hidden inside a digital notification. It was found in the understanding that the most precious gifts are created every time we choose to care, to listen, to encourage, to forgive, and to love through consistent everyday actions. As they looked one final time at the now empty screen, they smiled peacefully, slipped the phone into their pocket, stepped outside into the fresh morning air, and walked forward with renewed purpose, knowing that while digital messages may disappear, kindness never truly expires, gratitude never loses its value, honest words can echo for years, and every thoughtful choice made today has the power to become a gift that continues changing lives long after every countdown has reached zero.